What advice would you give to single parents who are just stepping onto the single parenting journey?
I would say give yourself grace. Don't blame yourself. What happened happened. And I always say this, just think of it, you dodged a bullet. You dodged a bullet. This is a new chapter, new life. This is a new opportunity for yourself, for your children, you know what I mean? Like a lot of times when we hear, my biggest thing was like, oh my gosh, my relationship fell apart. I was trying to keep a family together and, I had this guilt. But looking at it, like, I really dodged a bullet. Like, this is something so beautiful for me and my daughter. Like, we're a team, me and her, right? And being able to work on yourself, right? We're all put on this planet to have that spiritual journey. It's not meant, to just go to your 9 to 5, get married, live, retire, whatever, right? Shit happens in life. Things happen all the time. And if it's you becoming a single parent, trust in the journey, enjoy the process. It's working on yourself.
Welcome to Single Parent Success Stories, a podcast designed to inspire single parents. Here you'll find resources from self-care to finances to parenting and everything in between. Discover what it takes to thrive. Let the stories inspire you to what is possible. Before we start the next conversation, I want to invite you to check out my amazing book, The Gift Inside, a powerful guide for healing your body, mind, and soul. Reclaim your strengths and awaken your true potential. Whether you are navigating heartbreak or simply seeking deeper fulfillment, this book offers the tools to turn your struggles into triumphs. It is time to unlock the gift within you. Available now on Amazon, or you can check it out on my website www.irinashehovtsov.com. Hello and welcome to Single Parent Success Stories. Today we have a special guest, Ashley Pakulski. She is the Mompreneur coach and a best-selling author. Her journey began with overcoming significant personal challenges, which led her to explore self-help books and dive into self-discovery. Through this transformative process, focusing on reprogramming her subconscious mind and overcoming limiting beliefs, Ashley achieved profound changes in her life. Today, she guides ambitious mompreneurs to skyrocket to their next level of success, thriving in both life and business in abundance and fulfillment. Through her transformational coaching, Ashley helps clients elevate their mindset, supercharge their routines, and magnetize aligned opportunities, inspiring them to achieve their greatest goals with confidence and clarity. Welcome, Ashley. It is a pleasure to have you.
Oh, thank you so much, Irina, for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you. Grateful for you being here as well. So please share with us who you are, other than the bio that I introduced you with.
Yeah, so I am a single mom. I'm a fur baby mom too. I have a little puppy, Tony. My daughter, she's 15 years old. I'm here based in Canada. So yeah, I'm the Mompreneur coach. Pretty much you summed everything up in a nutshell. Best-selling author, and that's me.
What makes you happy?
What makes me happy? A lot of things. Before it was a lot of challenges that you go in life and you're not seeing that happiness that's around you. And right now it's like a lot of things that I do is really tapping into the gratitude and just looking at what I have now, what I've accomplished, going through challenges, accomplishing all these things that I have, like my daughter, my business, being able to help clients transform their lives. That's what really truly makes me happy, bringing the happiness in others around me, making them shine.
Awesome. What was your greatest accomplishment to date?
You know what? There's a lot of things. There's a lot. So definitely starting my business and working with clients, that was the big thing. Starting that, it was like a roller coaster ride, right? It's never like the whole top linear kind of thing and it's all pretty. There's things that go all into it. It's like not just business, but you're doing that inner mindset work on yourself. So you're growing yourself. So I would say those accomplishments that I've accomplished, because like I said, I've struggled with many challenges, overcoming trauma, addiction, and being in a dark space, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And with that being said, raising the most amazing, beautiful daughter, going through my stuff and raising a little human that depended on me and survived with me. I think that's a huge major accomplishment. But yeah, she was, I would say, around 2 years old, 1 or 2.
And what kind of challenges did you face being a single parent?
So it was basically me going to college and, going to work, raising her. I had family support helping me with that too. Like my grandma was always there. But I was going through my own challenges. I was drinking more. Trying to manage everything, going through like my own healing, I would say too, which was a good God sent sign because, you need to go through all those things to get to that next level I always talk about. But it was a very long journey, I would say, a lot of things that came up resurfaced that, again, it wasn't a linear thing. It took me kind of like backflips and feeling broken and frustrating and so many things. But yeah,
How do you help people now?
What do I help people with now? Sorry, I know it's my computer. I'm talking to the screen here and I'm like, I can't see with the camera. So basically what I do is I do business and mindset coaching, and I guide ambitious mompreneurs to really skyrocket to their next level success. And their next level success could be anything. It could be making their first 10, 20K in their business. It could be, where they feel in their life that they're really skyrocketing, like, again, going to that next level. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But it's all doing that inner mindset work. It's overcoming their limiting beliefs, being able to step into their power. And it's really getting into that energy alignment as well. So I have like 3 pillars that I go by, and on my journey of my personal development and self-discovery, even as an entrepreneur, these were like the 3 key pieces that were missing. And I invested in coaches in the past and, doing all the things. And I love investing in myself and my growth. That's where all the change happens. But I found it was like a 3-piece puzzle, like a little equation that you needed for this true success. So I help my clients with that to really elevate their business and their life.
Awesome. And what are those 3 pieces?
Yes. So it's definitely beginning with the mindset shift. Everything starts with the mind. So that is the foundation part of the success. So it's overcoming your limiting beliefs. Then the next piece is those routines to success, your habits, right? A lot of times people feel stuck. They know what they need to do, but it's stepping into that identity, and again, having that energy, being in that alignment. And then that comes to the next piece of having your strategies, creating a simplified strategy that works for you. Because today, let's face it, there's so much noise out there. You're trying to do all the things, for your business or whatever you're trying to accomplish, that's you're just like hitting a brick wall. But it doesn't have to be hard. It gets to be easy. It's just how you simplify things. So again, it's putting those pieces together that's going to link everything to make it run smoothly.
Awesome. I love that. Yes, it all starts with mindset. What would you say was the biggest mindset shift for you once you started working on yourself?
That I'm worthy, that I am worthy and capable of everything that I desire and I want. My biggest thing was everything I touch breaks, and it legit broke. So and I always joke about this, like whether it was like a new phone, whether it was like even like a pen I'm writing with or a relationship in, it just didn't work out kind of thing. And being able to really step into my power, to really love myself, to know my worth, that's when I really started showing up more. That's when I started going for the things that I wanted to do. Whether I knew what I was doing, what I didn't know what I was doing, I would still go and do it. So that was the biggest shift that actually excelled. So
I love that. Yeah, this is so true.
I
think that self-worth could be difficult depending on our history and what allowed us to be here today. But once we tackle that, I think everything else then opens up and we can do greater things which we didn't know we could possibly achieve previously.
Yeah, no, it's true. And a lot of times, and that's what it is too. Like, we don't think we're worthy enough. We don't think we're good enough. And we can be presenting ourselves like with high confidence, all of that, like putting our head up in the air, like, to the sky and doing the things. But there's something deep down that's like holding you back, and it's like preventing you from really showing up. And like, you know what I mean? That's why it's so key to working through reprogramming your subconscious mind, working through your limiting beliefs and all of that, so you can step in your power. And it's just a beautiful thing to do.
Yeah, yeah, you're so right. What advice would you give to your younger self?
I would say to love yourself more, to give yourself more grace, to, really own in on yourself. And I've done like that inner child healing, and going back and things like that. Let me tell you, it's a very like emotional, like happy thing too. Like you have like these tears come up and stuff like that. And, looking at your younger self and just like hugging yourself and giving yourself love. Like, look how far you've come. You don't have to know it all. You don't have to have it figured out. And you don't have to be your biggest critic, because sometimes, a lot of times, and that's something I'm working on too, is not taking things personally, is we take things personally, or we're too hard on ourselves, or, with what we did in the past, or what we're doing, or it's not showing up the way we wanted. And, and that's where we block ourselves. Like, giving yourself that love and grace, I think it expands more to like more different opportunities coming, to seeing things differently. And
What is one, I call it, element non-negotiable for you in your day that you cannot live without?
my morning routines, it is like my everything. So I switch them up. So, and morning routines, let me just be very clear, they don't have to be 1 hour morning routines. Some people are like, I just don't have enough time for this. It could be as simple as 5 minutes. And I switch mine up, but it really fuels me for success, even for setting my intentions for the day, how I show up, responsive versus reactive. But yeah, I can't go without.
What's your favorite part in your morning routine?
So I always honestly start my days with prayer. I always thank God, and I ask him for guidance and direction, and I surrender. That's the one big part for me, because I'm Catholic, and having that relationship with God and turning everything over to him. But also too, like, even setting my intentions, like reading through I have a script that I read through for my present tense of the goal of like my ideal day and what I want to accomplish, and being able to visualize that. Like, I love every aspect part of it. That's why I switch it up too, like depending how much time I have in the morning. Like, it could even be like breath work. You just feel so much more like at ease. Like, when you feel that stress and tension and you just do that breath work, you feel your energy get elevated as well. So there's a lot of powerful, I can't really nail it to like the number one part, but yeah.
I always say it doesn't matter when you wake up, it's how you wake up and what perfect ingredients that you put into your day, how you can start your day. We all have our perfect special recipes that allow us to feel alive. And I love that you have that. I think it's so empowering to start your day on a high note. Do the things that set your soul on fire so that you can have your best possible day. Awesome.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to single parents who are just stepping onto the single parenting journey?
I would say give yourself grace. Don't blame yourself. What happened. And I always say this, just think of it, you dodged a bullet. You dodged a bullet. This is a new chapter, new life. This is a new opportunity for yourself, for your children, for, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of times when we hear, my biggest thing was like, oh my gosh, my relationship fell apart. I was trying to keep a family together, and, I had this guilt. And then, but looking at it, like, I really dodged a bullet. Like, this is something so beautiful for me and my daughter. Like, we're a team, me and her, right? And being able to work on yourself, right? We're all put on this planet to have that spiritual journey. It's not meant, to just go to your 9 to 5, get married, live, retire, whatever, right? Shit happens in life. Things happen all the time. And if it's you becoming a single parent, trust in the journey, enjoy the process. It's working on yourself.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
And the right person will come, and the right person will come. Who you're meant to be with will come.
You said, dodge the bullet, you dodge the bullet.
I celebrate it. Like, mind you, like my daughter's, her dad's side, like the family, like we get along, everything's great. Like even with her father, he moved on. He has a wonderful family. Like there's no resentment, there's no anger, there's no nothing. But you just move on. It was meant to be that way.
Yeah. How long was that journey for you before you realized, you dodged the bullet? Was it immediate or it took some time to practice?
It was like, honestly, it could be like a comedy movie, like a horror movie all in one. But it was a long journey. It wasn't until I made peace with it, peace with myself, and really like letting go of the resentment. So it did take a long time. But you know what? It was supposed to be that way, right? So
Awesome. I love it. I love it. What is your superpower if you had to pick one?
Oh, me and my coach joke about this all the time, and I never really thought about it. And she's like, if you could be on the Guinness Book of Records for like the world's best juggler, that's you. And it's not like the clown juggling with the ball. It's like the life responsibilities, business, finances, goals, anything. Even when it's my daughter's dance, because like she's in dance, so like we're like every day basically like doing something, like competition season coming up. So it's really juggling, like everything, right? And that's the thing. I don't do it in a chaotic way. I do it that it's in flow. Like I make it work. And that's why like, we're talking about these morning routines, like they're so powerful because they help you being in that flow, right? Especially when you have your intention, you have that clarity, where you're going, what you're doing kind of thing. So yeah, world famous juggler.
I think I can relate to that. I'm also juggling a lot of things.
We make it work. And that's the thing. We have to make it work. There's no perfectionism. There's no perfect way. Sometimes we're figuring it out. And, you just have to trust that it does work out no matter what in the end. There's no point of stressing no more. And that's one thing I learned, that there's no point of stressing because at the end of the day, everything just works out the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, I think with stressing, we just waste time and work needlessly for things that never gonna come to be real.
You block yourself from the things that are right in front of you that were there always.
What is the best trait to instill in a child, would you say?
Resilience. And you know what? My daughter, she has seen me at a very young age go through the things that I went through, and like with the breakup with her father, and one thing I taught her was that resilience. I taught her like the mindset work. I taught her the compassion, the forgiveness, not holding on resentment herself. Because it's so easy. And that's the one thing I wanted to protect her too, is like I didn't want her to have her traumas. And I know we all have our things in life, and this is like, the point of life, going through all these things and your spiritual journey and healing and stuff like that. But I wanted to shield her from everything, and I couldn't shield her from it. But all I could do was pour into her mind. Like, I took her to church with me. We prayed all the time. Even though when I didn't know how things were going to be, I was still showing up powerfully, even though I felt broken inside. And like, we got this, we're figuring it out. Okay, this is another challenge. Like, how are we going to do? This is just another opportunity. Like, let's go. And even though sometimes it felt so hard on me, and that's why I was drinking a lot too, is just because like I was trying to escape. But being able to teach that to children, and then they see, they're smart, they're sponges. They observe, they see things. And she's 15 now. So when she goes through her things, or she comes to me and talks to me, I'm just like, oh my gosh, girl, you're so smart. Like the things stuck with her.
You're so right. Our kids, they absorb things that we do, not the things that we say. And they're like little copycats. My son sometimes says things like, I didn't teach you this. Where did you come up with that?
Or you think you're talking to yourself. You're like, whoa, where did this come from?
This is like, wow. What's the smallest thing you've done that had the biggest impact in your life so far?
The smallest thing that I have done, the biggest impact. And the thing that came to my mind is my drinking. Because even though it was the smallest little thing, well, actually it could have been like a big thing part, but it's made the biggest impact because once I started taking care of my health, my like, I was going to say, well, my dog is making a guest appearance here, Tony, yes. When I started taking care of my health, when I started taking care of my healing, everything in my life started shifting, like my energy, even everyone around me now, they're just like, the way you are, the way how things just gracefully work out for you. You don't even stress, you don't worry, you just go on with your thing, how opportunities just land in my lap. It's made a huge impact.
Yeah. Drinking thing is big, releasing that and changing your life. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And it does have a big impact because it opens up different avenues for yourself, and you were able to discover, I guess, things you didn't know you had and possessed, and became resilient in the process. And now look at you juggling so many things and doing
Yeah.
it.
No,
An
it's true.
incredible,
Sorry, go on. I'm
you're
interrupting.
doing an incredible job at that. So I applaud you for, working on yourself and getting through that, coming out better on the other side. That's incredible.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And you know what? It's been a journey itself. And like I talk to friends who, drink on the weekends and, they said to themselves, like, my spouse or like this or my friend or a family member or whatever. And they're like, even me just removing just drinking on the weekends here and there. It completely changed their lives, how they're showing up to it. I'm like, it's just like those little things that you have to look in your life. Like, what are those things that are blocking me? What is holding me back? What do I need to let go of to move forward? And when you really evaluate your life and you look at those things and you're like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to fix. You make room for more things to come in that's meant for you. It's truly beautiful journey.
Yeah, I love that. In your book, Heikels, what led you to become an author?
So I always wanted to be an author. I had that on my vision board. And actually, there was an opportunity that came with She Rises Studios. And it's a wonderful community for women for collaborating, networking, and they're just expanded so high, like so much. And basically, I saw they were coming out with an anthology for becoming an unstoppable woman mompreneur. And I'm like, I'm a mompreneur. I'm like, oh, this is great. I always wanted to be an author, but I didn't feel that I was ready with my expertise, experience at that time. So I was like, oh, maybe it's not for me right now. But I still dove in. I applied, I got in, and ever since then, I wrote I think it was two more anthologies I wrote. And then from there, I was working with She Rises Studios, and I was more in there as well. But I came to another opportunity to being able to write my own solo book. So now I'm in the process of doing the solo book as well and writing. So it's been another journey itself.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. I think it also opens up so many avenues, and it is a great healing tool as well. When we write, we get to kind of
Yes.
see ourselves in a different light. And then when you read it, and then when time passes, you read what you have written. It changes something inside of you.
It does. It does. And I remember the first anthology when I wrote, I said some stuff and I was like, oh my gosh, what did I write? I'm like, the whole world is going to see this. Oh my goodness. But it was the most therapeutic thing in the world and the best experience. And it's true, like the opportunities with book writing, there's so many things that can come out of it as well.
Yeah. Any fun projects you're working on that you like to share?
Right now, I actually collaborated with two other women, and we are going to be hosting a summit. So we're just in the beginning stages. This is going to be epic, game changing. It's going to be huge. Like it was just like powerful, like how it all happened. So we are in the beginning stages of that. So we're not going to be announcing too much of it, but I will keep everyone updated, posted. It's going to be something amazing.
Awesome. Awesome. Is there anything I haven't asked that you'd like to share?
You know what? Just keep going. Keep going, and that's all you can do, right? Keep going, and there's always the light at the end of the tunnel. And sometimes we have no idea what the heck we're doing. There's times I still don't know what the heck I'm doing. And that's when you take your hands off the wheel and you surrender, let go, let God. And trust yourself. Trust yourself to know that everything works out no matter what. And if it's not this, it's something better.
I love that. I think that's a great way to finish this conversation, and it's so inspiring, to thank you so much for sharing your story. for the things that you were able to overcome, to overcome drinking and then discovering this amazing life that you were able to create for yourself and your daughter. I love that. Thank you so much for the work that you are doing for other mompreneurs to uplift them and inspire them. If people would like to connect and learn more about you, where would they go?
So you can definitely follow me on Instagram at the Ashley Pakulski. I do have a Facebook group community for mompreneurs as well. It's the Next Level Success for Mompreneurs. And you can find me on Facebook as well, Ashley Pakulski.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll include everything in episode notes. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. This was such a great conversation. I'm so happy that I got to be here with you. Thank you.